Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine. It's Kamala Belay, and this is another Chelsea transfer news video. In this video, big news, big developments, and three players that I want to talk about: Ben Chilwell, Sancho, and Isco from Real Madrid. Going to be getting to report the publications, my thoughts, opinions, and how likely it will be for us to sign them. And of course, update on Cass. The decision will be imminent. Hopefully, we'll hear within the next 48 hours. Going to be getting to that as well, but before I do get into it, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you are new on here, make sure the notifications are available every time I do upload, and comment down below thoughts and opinions on each player that I do speak about. Leave me thoughts and comments below, but without further ado, let's go straight into. Now, of course, starting off with the Cass decision, and today social media, especially Twitter, was sent on red alarm. It was crazy because last night after we beat Aston Villa 2-1, when I made a review, it was coming out from reports from Sky Sport, from Telegraph, the most reliable journalists, stating that today was Judgment Day. Today was the day that Cass were going to release a press statement stating that if Chelsea were going to have their ban reduced and that we will be able to, trade and do business in January transfer window. However, all the hype, everyone ready on Twitter, constantly threshing, because if you were threshing, that was definitely me, constantly threshing, even at college and school. Lunchtime, I keep refreshing, still nothing, and it looks like now, a decision is imminent and it will be done within the next 48 to 72 hours. Now, I did hear from a close source that, it's done. Cass have actually reduced it, but we're just waiting for official confirmation. I'm not sure how reliable that source is. It was told by a mate. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, basically it's going on Twitter that sources close inside the club have stated that the ban has been reduced, but they're just waiting for confirmation. It's as simple as that, and hopefully within the next 48 to 72 hours the club will release a statement, and of course the decision is imminent, so we'll have to wait and see. Loads of rumours flying around saying that the ban has been reduced, and Chelsea now scouting and observing different players to sign in the January transfer window. Now, of course, that leads me on to my next part, and that is the players that we are linked with. Now, of course, Sancho and Chilwell, you guys know that there are two of our top targets, and of course I mentioned them in countless videos about us signing them, but fresh reports, and especially with Sancho, because Sancho, I kept going on about Sancho. I said that my source was telling me this, my source was telling me that, but we never had publication reports actually linking Chelsea to Sancho. It was literally just the Chelsea fans hyping him up, and also what I heard behind the scenes. Now, of course, finally publications have come out. Matt Law from Telegraph is connected to Chelsea, Nizar Kinsella, and of course Goal.com and Telegraph and BBC have reported that Chelsea believe they will beat Manchester United in the pursuit for Jadon Sancho. And finally we have publication linking him, because I was told for weeks that we are interested and he is our top target, but we just never had publication. Of course, that does make sense. We have a ban, we're under a transfer embargo. You can't really be talking or contacting clubs when you don't, the situation, the scenario is up in the air. Now, regarding Sancho, of course, Chelsea, according to Goal.com, Chelsea are ready to break their transfer record in the pursuit of Borussia Dortmund's one-way forward Jadon Sancho, and are confident about their chances of landing him ahead of Manchester United either in January or next summer. Now, of course, a couple of weeks ago, rumours surfaced that Jadon Sancho was really unhappy at Dortmund, and that Dortmund, if they got the correct fee, the valuation, that Jadon Sancho would be leaving in January if a huge fee came into the January transfer window. And of course, we have to wait on the Cass decision. Is it going to be reduced? Is it not going to be reduced? Now, if it does get reduced, of course, Chelsea, we have the funds. We haven't spent at all in the summer. Like I said, Champions League money, player sales, we have the funds available to make the signing. It all depends on, like I said, Cass. We're literally just waiting for Cass, and he is our top target in Chelsea, our favourites for him. I've been telling you, man, for weeks, and finally reports are now suggesting that. And like I said, you guys know my thoughts and opinions on Sancho. Sancho is a top player. He'd complement well with our system. He's best mates with Tammy, Hudson-Odoi, Tomori, Mount, etc. The link-up would be good. He suits Lampard's system, homegrown, British, agile, quick, end product on point, only 19 to 20 years of age. And this guy, when he hits his prime, will be world class. There's no denying. The guy's got world class potential. He's producing numbers that are insane, especially at his age. He came second in the shortlist for Young Goal Boy, which is incredible for a 19-year-old. And him and Hudson have the same potential. They're best mates, and he'd complement so well to our system. World-class potential, a top winger that most elite clubs are circling around to sign for him. And of course, he's been killing at Dortmund. 5 goals, 6 assists, and 11 appearances so far this season. Of course, 11 goals and assists in 11 appearances. Last season, he had a magnificent season, as we know, his breakout season. 34 matches, 12 goals and 14 assists, 26 goals and assists, of course, in 34 games. Magnificent record. And like I said, You guys know my thoughts, opinions. I'd love Sancho. He is my first choice winger. But you man down there, leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comments below. Would you want to sign Jadon Sancho, or is there another winger that's your first choice that you would prefer? But getting into the next player, and that is of course Ben Chilwell, another player that I've been talking about consistently on this channel. And according to The Athletic, who is written by Simon Johnson, again a journalist connected to the club Chelsea, very reliable journalist. He is saying the Leicester City defender Ben Chilwell will be a January target for Chelsea if FIFA overturns the transfer ban in time for Chelsea to be active in the transfer market. Now, of course, it's all well and good, like I said. A lot of the talk here with players is it all hinges on this CAS decision. I can't stress this enough. But with Ben Chilwell, The Athletic reporting that he will be a January target. Now, if we're being realistic, I don't see Ben Chilwell leaving in January. And I'll make this point very clear. Leicester City are currently above Chelsea. We're 6 points above Chelsea. They're in second position. They're doing very, very well. Vardy's on fire. The whole team collectively, they have that spirit. They're on fire. They're playing so well. They have the harmony, the quality, the dynamic players required. Brendan Rodgers doing such a very good job with his project at Leicester City. Ben Chilwell, one of the best left backs in the Premier League, definitely top 3. England's #1 left back. Even if we do sign him next summer, he won't come at a cheap cost, and there is no way in hell that Leicester City will be letting go of Ben Chilwell in the January transfer window mid-season as well, when they're probably challenging for top 4, and he's one of their key players, one of their only world-class players in the team. There is no way they're going to let go of Ben Chilwell in the January transfer window if we're being realistic, unless an astronomical fee came in. I'm talking not your 70s, which is what I believe we'll sign him for, which is in my opinion overpriced, but that's what you've got to pay in this market. I'm talking 90 to 100, and let's be honest, he is not worth that. We are not paying £100 million for a left back in the January transfer window when we can actually wait for the summer and sign him for 30, 40 million pounds cheaper. Like I said, Leicester City will not let him go unless they receive a stupid fee for him in the January transfer window. So I believe, yes, he is a January target, but doesn't mean we're going to sign him. I think he will be a summer target, and we will obviously sign him in the summer transfer window. Now, getting into the last player, of course, that is Isco, my man Isco from Real Madrid. And El Desmarque is the source from Spain, not sure how reliable it is, and basically reporting that Chelsea are interested in signing Real Madrid midfielder Isco and have met with Real Madrid officials on Monday to discuss possible transfer in the January window. Again, I'm not sure how reliable that is. Of course, meeting with the Real Madrid officials on Monday, of course, chief executive directors always meet, etc., regarding agents. So I guess there could be some truth in it. They wouldn't be lying out of the blue. There has to be some substance to it. And of course, Isco has been linked to Chelsea in the past. We have been interested in him. But then it gets you thinking, do we actually need Isco? Number one, do we need Isco? Well, if you look at our midfield options, our midfield is currently stacked. We have one that, in my opinion, up there, one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Our midfield's stacked. We have a world-class midfield. You think of Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic, Ruben Loftus-Cheek when he returns from injury, Mason Mount as well, hitting a bit of form. And of course, when Barkley goes. So, especially with Isco is more of a number 8, number 10 position. He'd play where essentially Mount plays. But when you have Mount and Ruben, and if you had Isco there, you're having 3 players that are competing for one position. Of course, one of them will be unhappy because they'll get a lack of game time. When you sign a top player like Isco, especially for not a cheap price, that means that you can't sign him for that much and then let him sit on the bench. He's obviously going to have guarantees to start. Therefore, one of Mount or Ruben will be unhappy because they'll be getting a lack of game time. So, not sure how that's going to work logistically. Of course, Ruben is very versatile. He can play in the pivot alongside Kante or Jorginho. So, I guess you could make it work in that sense. So, you could only have Mount and Isco competing for that number 10 position. But also, you have to look at how Isco's on the season. And Isco statistics, he's been quite poor this season, hasn't had much game time. 8 matches this season, 0 goals and 0 assists. And for a guy who's supposed to be creative, relies on goals and assists, supposed to have world-class potential, he's not really doing too well. His breakout season was quite a few seasons ago when he had 10 goals and 8 assists in 30 games. Hasn't hit those heights since. I think that he needs to move away from Madrid to really fulfill his potential, in my opinion. I think that Madrid is halting him with a lack of game time. I think that he needs to go to another club. Whether it's Chelsea or not, I'm not sure. I would love him at Chelsea. I think he's a top player. He's still young. Of course, he is 27, so he's in his prime now. I think he'd be a perfect player to compete with Mount and definitely be a starter. But that's just my thoughts and opinions. Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Do you think CAS will overturn our ban, or do you think it won't? And is Sancho your top right-wing choice or not? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But I want to wrap up there, guys. Going to keep things moving. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you are new on here. Make sure to get bell notifications available every time I do uploads, and I'll see you guys for my next video.